negotiating position is simple and direct. America first, as President Donald Trump focuses on international trade and security agreements foreign leaders are calling. British Prime Minister Theresa May is the first foreign leader to meet with the new president. The economy and NATO's status topped the agenda on Friday. But future meetings with Mexico's President Enrique Peña Nieto are in jeopardy. Trump's presidential order to beef up border security with new construction on the southern wall puts the U.S. in conflict with our southern neighbor. Trump says Mexico will pay for the wall. Mexico says no. A conflict could be looming between American jobs and trade between Mexico and the United States. So how will that affect jobs here at home? Diana Negroponte is a trade attorney and a scholar at the Woodrow Wilson Center. She also worked on the NAFTA negotiations with the U.S. Chamber of Commerce in Mexico. Nice to have you with us.
Soledad, it's good to be with you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Is NAFTA broken?
No, but NAFTA's old. It was signed 25 years ago, and after a generation, it's time to renew it. It's time to strengthen it. Remember when we signed NAFTA, there was no digital commerce, internet, so none of that was included in the NAFTA. Now we've got to look at internet commerce, cyber security, and we've got something interesting. We've got to add energy.
But many of the critics of NAFTA don't list cybersecurity and internet commerce as their big issues. Do you have a good sense of what President Trump wants to do with NAFTA?
He wants to increase jobs in America, and he wants to bring companies back to America. The way to do it is to improve NAFTA, not break it.
He has sort of laid out, I've broken it down basically into kind of three things. One, eliminate Mexico's trade surplus. Another thing that he's talked about is limit investments by American multinational companies in Mexico. And then the third thing he's mentioned is to raise tariffs against Mexico on goods that are coming into the United States.
Let me take the first one.
Okay, good.
We make cars with Mexico and Canada. So part of the process is carried out, a large part is carried out in Mexico, but a large part is also carried out in the United States. And just saying, you're not going to have that plant, Ford Motor Company, in San Luis Potosí, just means that that part of the assembly has to shift somewhere else. Now let's take this tariff. He wants to put tariffs on goods. So, are you going to put the tariffs on the seat cover for Ford Fiestas as they come into the United States to be installed on the seat? Are we going to make Ford Fiestas that much more expensive because there was a 35% tariff on the material?
There are critics of NAFTA who would say, listen, NAFTA has killed 700,000 jobs for American workers. What is that number of jobs that tweaking NAFTA, or maybe even getting rid of NAFTA, could bring back to the U.S.?
The Commerce Department has come up with a figure of 5 million U.S. jobs exist due to our trade with Mexico. That's a large number. And that's not worth putting in jeopardy. But jobs have been lost in America because of automation. Robots and machines now do so much of our manufacturing procedures. So you may go after Mexico, but that phenomena is a global phenomena.
What could NAFTA do better if the president called you and said, come in and advise me on how we actually tweak NAFTA to make it better?
Let's take the first. Rules of origin, a phrase which trade lawyers all understand. What it means is 62.5% of every car that's sold within the United States must be made within the US, Mexico, or Canada. But companies have begun to cheat. We need to strengthen the rules of origin. The second concerns small businesses. If I'm a small businesswoman and I want to be selling my product to a neighboring country, be it Canada or Mexico, I have to engage with a load of customs, paperwork, and bureaucracy, which can put me off. We can simplify that.
Diana Negroponte, nice to have you. Thanks for talking with us.
Thank you, Saida.
Appreciate it.